You can also take it all off for the annual Cupid's Undie Run. This is also a charity event to raise funds and awareness for a condition few know a lot about. Amanda Gentile is the member of the Cupid's Undie Run committee and the mother of a child with this condition. Thanks so much for being with you. Got a lot of questions for you, but first just want to say thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to it.
So what is the name of the condition, and explain what it is?
So it's neurofibromatosis. It is a condition where tumors grow on different nerves throughout the body. There's 3 different types, but they affect these children and adults in many different ways. And the age ranges go from infancy all the way to adulthood.
Take us through the journey your family's gone through with this diagnosis.
So my daughter has neurofibromatosis type 2, which is where tumors grow on her central spinal cord nerves. So she was actually diagnosed with a brain tumor at 10 months old, and then we got our NF2 diagnosis at about 1.5. She's 7 now, and it's been quite a journey for her. We are down at Lurie's Children's Hospital a lot with different imaging scans. She's had multiple surgeries. She did lose the vision of her right eye, so she has an eye prosthetic, but she is a feisty young 7-year-old that loves karate and has a passion for life. But it's definitely been a struggle that we never planned for and expected to be at.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how she's doing and how she keeps her spirits up, but like you said, she's pretty feisty.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We know the charitable portion of the Undie Run keeps you going. Tell us what goes through your head, though, as you run through the streets of Chicago in mid-February. It's 24 degrees right now.
Yeah.
With barely any
Cold.
clothing on.
Yeah, it's very cold, but my family and friends that do this with me, it's all obviously for us. It's all for Addison and for all the kids, because this isn't even a little bit of what they have to go through day in and day out. So being cold for a short period of time to raise not only funds but awareness, what gets people talking more than people running around in their underwear, especially in Chicago when it's about 10 degrees outside, more than this, to really spread the word. It's not a condition that you can really see outwardly. If you looked at my daughter, you wouldn't know what she's gone through. She's had more than 20 MRIs. She's had a craniotomy. We have, gotten injections and shots, more than I can count, in and out of the hospital. And yet her and all the other kids that are dealing with this keep a smile on their face and keep going. So for me to see all the people out there running to help people like my daughter, it's warming to the heart when we're so cold. But it's awesome to see a community come together and raise awareness for a cause that's obviously near and dear to our heart.
I think a question a lot of people have, and I love that you put that into perspective as well. These kids are thriving with this condition still. So we can deal with the cold, but how do you make sure the runners are okay and don't experience hypothermia or frostbite?
Well, for most runs, this is considered a fun run, and it's maybe a mile long. Here in Chicago, it's not very long. Depending on the weather, we may just run around Wrigley Field. We definitely have a little bit of fun before the run for a little bit of liquid warmth at Sluggers. It's a great time. We start out at noon this Saturday. We got dueling pianos. Drinks are out, food, lots of laughs, good community, and we definitely warm our spirits before we go out for that run. So this is my 4th year, or Addison's Unicorn Squad's 4th year of doing it, and it's always a good time, and we still have all of our digits by the end, so it works. But gloves do help.
Absolutely. Amanda, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us and sharing your daughter's story with us as well.
I appreciate the time. Thank you so much, and we'd love to see as many people out there as we can.
All right.